exciting of a day we've had already. If you were watching my earlier stream, I went to the gas station, gas $2.59 a gallon, and that I changed the thumbnail on my main live stream to when I got back, just for that. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Now I know the liberals aren't going to like it, but it is what it is. That's the gas price, man. That's the gas price. I know the Democrats are not going to like it. But that's the way it is. Get used to it. Hey guys, I'm just still setting up over here. We'll be on the air live in 5 minutes. All right. How exciting. I'm so excited. Now, I did post, it's in both of my live stream videos, I posted a link to the live video of the cheap cast. We'll be on the air in less than 3 minutes. I don't want anybody saying that didn't happen. I'm glad I did that on a live stream because I was going to today or tomorrow do a vlog traveling around showing the low gas prices, and I still may do that, but doing it on the live stream, it's like live. It's like right there, and you can see it's like the gas station in my neighborhood because it's where I went to get coffee. So it's right next door. So no one can contest it. Okay, 2 minutes and we'll be live. Isn't that, my pants are falling down. I forgot to put the belt on because of all the weight I lost. Oh, this is so exciting, guys. Oh. I am glad that I did that this morning on the live stream. Just over a minute and we'll be live. Uh, 25 pounds. I lost 25 pounds. I haven't decided if I want to lose more or not. I'm just maintaining right now where I was, but I may go for more. I'm deciding. Okay, less than a minute. Sorry, guys. Got to clear the instrument. Here we go. Welcome to the program, everyone. My name is Brian Craig, and this is where MAGA comes to talk. And we're breaking news this morning right when we go live on the radio in about 20 seconds. I'm very excited about this, so stand by. Oh, man, and it's open phones today, too. Here we go. 15 seconds. Welcome to the program, everyone. My name is Brian Craig, and you are listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977, celebrating 48 years on the radio. We're going to break some news, got some exciting stuff right out the gate. I am very excited, and this is a great day to give thanks to our favorite president, Donald Trump, for what he is doing. Now, yesterday morning, I was telling you that I went and filled my wife's car up with gas in the morning, and I paid less than I paid since Trump was in office the first time. So what happens a lot of times, in the mornings, most mornings during the week, before I go on the air, about an hour before the show every day, sometimes longer, I do a YouTube live stream in my car, driving to the radio station, going to get coffee and things like this, and just kind of giving you a preview of what I'm going to talk about on the program that day, a little behind-the-scenes preview, and I do that on my YouTube channel pretty much every morning during the week before I go on the air at 6. And yesterday, when I went to get gas and I filled up my tank, I didn't show the gas pumps or anything because I wasn't expecting it to be so low. I wasn't paying attention, really. I just started filling up the car. So this morning, I was doing a live stream. I started, and I'm glad I did this today because what I was going to do, what my plan was to, over the weekend, make a vlog, like a recorded YouTube video, a YouTube vlog, going around showing how low the gas prices are. And I was doing a live stream. I went to get my coffee, and I'm live on YouTube. And I started in my driveway, and I'm driving to Starbucks. And I said, well, you know what? Let me go by the gas station. And I went by the gas station. The gas has dropped again since yesterday. And I showed the sign in front of the gas station live on YouTube. Gas is now $2.59 a gallon. $2.59 a gallon. And I documented it live on video. All right? That is amazing. $2.59 a gallon. And I showed it live on YouTube this morning. Those of you who were there saw it live. And I was like so excited. I'm energized. I'm behind on my coffee intake this morning, and I'm energized because look what Trump's done. And he's just getting started, $2.59 a gallon. And and I was so excited about that I changed what I was going to lead with this morning. I'm going to get into what I was going to lead with, which was the assault on Trump Tower by these lunatics yesterday. But, you know, when if those of you that follow me and you see me on YouTube, I have to come up with a thumbnail, which a thumbnail is the picture that represents the video for the show that day, and a title on YouTube. And what I did this morning, I made a thumbnail and set it up about the attack and the assault on Trump Tower. And when I saw the $2.59 a gallon, I took a picture, a screenshot of my own live stream. And when I got back to the studio here, before I went on the air, I changed the title and thumbnail on the YouTube video to reflect the $2.59 a gallon. This is amazing. And, you know, on Trump's last day of his first term, I went up to Mar-a-Lago to see him. I was one of the last people to see him as president in his first term. I saw him the last 12 to 15 minutes of his first term as the sitting president. And I had to fill up my car before I went to Mar-a-Lago, and I took note of the gas prices that day, and I documented all this on YouTube at the time. You can go back and look. I paid $2 because we knew gas prices would go up with that senile, corrupt old coot Biden and Willie Brown's girlfriend. And on Inauguration Day, on Trump's last day, his last morning of his first term, I paid $2.57 for a gallon of gas. So now gas prices have returned to the level they were when Trump left office in his first term. $2.59 a gallon this morning. And yeah, I know, isn't that exciting? I mean, this is amazing. And of course, I want to thank the president and his team and his staff and the cabinet and everyone around him that have made this possible. And the prices of everything are going to start to go down because the prices of everything is driven by the cost of gas. And if you adjusted that for inflation, I don't know, at $2.59 a gallon, adjusted for inflation from 4 years and a couple of months ago, that might be like $2 a gallon, right? Because inflation has been so high. So if you adjusted for inflation, gasoline is lower than it was when Trump left office. That's amazing. And, you know, the news media, this, to me, that's the biggest story of this morning. That is the lead of today, is we have historic low gas prices. We've turned back to, it's almost like traveling back in time in a time machine and buying gasoline. $2.59 a gallon, and that's in my own neighborhood. And I'm so glad I was doing that on my live stream on YouTube today because no one can contest it. I'm in my car, it's and I'm doing this live stream in my driveway for a while, and I drove to get coffee, and I said, you know what, there's the gas station, let's go, look at this. And I showed it live. It wasn't recorded, it was live. So all of the people that were watching live saw it live. So no one can question that's the price, and it's in my neighborhood because it was a 5-minute drive from my house. And if you watch me on YouTube, which you should, Brian Craig Show on YouTube, I put a link to that live stream this morning showing the Trump gas prices have dropped to $2.59 a gallon in the description of today's YouTube video for today's radio show. So you can go and see it yourself. Okay, Brian Craig Show on YouTube. It's right there, and I'm excited. Are you not excited? And he hasn't even gotten really hardly started yet, and it has dropped to the levels it was his last day of his first term, adjusted for inflation, even lower. Okay, so I mean, this is amazing. We're paying like gas prices from 4 or 5 years ago right now. I'm so excited about this, and it just really shows you what a great job President Trump and his cabinet and his team and his advisors that they're doing. And I'm so glad that it happened this way. Well, I don't want to interrupt you, Mr. President, but we're going to get to that soundbite in a few minutes, okay? I jumped ahead of myself there. Sorry about that, guys. But I am so excited about this, I can't tell you. This is really a historic day. And, you know, the egg prices, of course, have dropped too. But gas prices are the best campaign signs, and they're the most effective campaign signs because people drive and they see the gas prices on every street corner because gas stations are everywhere. And it's no matter what, and the media, you know, would you agree or disagree that this is not the big story of this morning? But they're not going to hype this in the media because they don't want to. It shares what a great job the president is doing in his second term, and they don't want you to see it or know it. But they can't hide it because there's a gas station on every street corner and people drive and see the prices. And this will cause the prices of everything to start to drop because inflation is driven by there's a lot of things, but the two major things that drive inflation are, of course, too much government spending, which that is being cut off, right? We're slowing that down. but also the price of oil, gasoline, because the cost of transporting goods and everywhere at every part of the process drive up prices. So this is going to start to lower the price on everything. So we're going to take our first break of this, really a day to thank President Trump for his great work. Gas, I saw this morning at the gas station in my neighborhood, $2.59 a gallon. Holy smokes. Now, today is Friday, March 14th. And Fridays is, of course, open phones on the program. We call it Open MAGA Mike Friday. That means the show preps up to you guys in the audience. You can call in on Friday's show about any and everything on your mind. You do not have to talk about at all the things that we bring up on the program, okay, Steve and I. But I'd like you to. I'd like to hear your thoughts on what I bring up today, because I do have a lot of things that are important to bring up. But again, it is Open MAGA Mike Friday. Any and everything on your mind is fair game on Friday's show. Our number is toll free, no matter where you're listening, 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. We'll take our first break and be right back. I mean, how exciting, guys. I mean, $2.59 a gallon. Now, I put a link in the description of the video on whichever stream you're watching me on, a direct link to the live stream this morning showing the gas station, and there's a timestamp. It starts at about 18 minutes and 45 seconds into the live stream is where I come up to the gas sign, okay? Oh, it's beautiful. If you're new to the program, my name is Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Make sure you subscribe, and everyone subscribe and like the video and share this video as well. This is a great day. $2.50. I got goosebumps. $2.59 a gallon. I never thought that I would see prices like that again. Did you? Mm-mm. I didn't think those prices were coming back. You know, 280, 290, I could see that. But under 260, 259 a gallon, oh my goodness. Do you know how many people are going to drive now a lot more because of that? Think about the relief on your Uber drivers, your DoorDash drivers. Oh man. I mean, this is as good as it gets. It really shows you how corrupt these other government people are, other than the Trump administration, that they would make us suffer with these out of control prices. Yeah, we're in a commercial break right now on the radio. If you'd like to call in, the toll-free number is pinned in the live chat. And it's toll-free no matter where you are watching. We'll be back live on the air in about a minute and a half. I mean, yeah. I changed the thumbnail and everything. I made a new thumbnail for the video. The picture in the thumbnail, that's the screenshot I took from my live stream with the gasoline price. I mean, that's just beautiful. And we'll be back in about a minute. And that's just the beginning. It's going to continue to come down. Mm-hmm. I mean, wow. Wow. Oh no, I've got a lot of other things I want to cover too, but this is a huge story. It's huge. That is the story of the day. 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. If you're on hold, hang in there. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. If you're just tuning in, I'll just do a quick recap. I went by the gas station in my neighborhood this morning. Gasoline, $2.59 a gallon. And Trump did that. That's right, $2.59 a gallon, cheaper than yesterday. So, yeah, and the gas prices are going to continue to drop. This is amazing. And again, this is the price gasoline was on the last day of Trump's first term. And I don't know the calculation adjusted for inflation, but my guess would be, adjusted for inflation, the gas might be like actually $2 a gallon. But so in that sense, it's lower. But in the actual dollar amount, the gas price today in my neighborhood is the price it was on Trump's last day of his first term. Think about that relief that is for your Uber and Lyft drivers, your Door Dashers. Oh, man. I meet a lot of Door Dashers and Uber and Lyft guys over at Friendly Tire in Margate. You know, this is what a relief it is for these gig workers that work in their cars, the Instacart people. You know, a lot of these people that are driving in their own personal cars for Amazon deliveries. Think about what a relief that is for them. Think about what a relief it is for you. You know how many people are going to hit the road and start going places because it's so much cheaper to fill up the car now? I told you yesterday it was about $10 less to fill up my wife's car. Now, my other car's got a bigger tank in it, and I'm going to go fill that car up over the weekend. I'm excited to fill my tank up this weekend. And this is all because of President Trump. Yeah, I mean, what are the left going to say now? Yeah, the liberals are going to have panic attacks. And I'm so glad. I mean, it's amazing that I was able to document this live with people that follow me online, seeing it live. So it's not one of those things you can contest. See, that yesterday when I was just talking about it, you heard these callers, oh yeah, well, you know, where's the picture? You don't always take pictures of everything. But I did today, and today was a good day to do it. Now, there's a lot of other issues to get into, which I am going to cover today, but I'm going to be recapping this throughout the entire program because it's very exciting. In fact, I mean, I'm ready. Are you guys ready for a road trip at these prices? Heck yeah. But before I get into some of these issues, I want to talk about Dr. Appleton and his laser away pain treatment. You guys know he's rid me of pain 7 times. And each of the 7 times he's treated me, the pains have been bad, man. My shoulder injuries, my arthritis, my knee, everything. The pains have been so bad that I was almost in tears. In fact, the first shoulder injury I had, and it was falling off my my skateboard. I ride a longboard. Not I say skateboard because people that aren't skaters don't know what a longboard is. It's a very long skateboard, okay? And I fell. I got hurt pretty bad, and I went in there and I said, Doc, I said I'm going to need surgery. Dr. Appleton, I'm going to need. He examined me. And he moved my arm, and oh my goodness, the pain was so bad. He treated me, boom, pain's gone. It is not returned. Isn't that amazing? I thought I was going to have to get surgery. No. And it works, the laser treatment with Dr. Appleton works on every pain I've ever heard of. You know, Dr. Appleton performs all the laser treatments himself, not an assistant. He performs them all himself on every patient. I thought I was getting VIP treatment, but you know what? Everyone gets VIP treatment with Dr. Appleton. Stenosis, neck pain, tinnitus, tennis elbow, strains and sprains, sciatica, muscular contraction, hip pain, knee pain, lumbar pain, bursitis, bronchial neuralgia, arthritis, and many, many more. Stop living with pain. Remember, appointments aren't necessary. Walk-ins are welcome, even on Saturdays. Give Dr. Appleton a call, 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. That's 954-973-0710. And online, AppletonChiro.com. Give Dr. Appleton a call and say bye-bye to your pain. All right. while today is open phones and you can call in about any and everything on your mind, I'm hoping that you comment on the gas prices. And where are these big mouth liberals? Where are these big mouth liberals talking about egg prices and things so much? We think we're going to hear from them today? Let's find out. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Here we go. Yeah, you're on the air.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Another go.
Donald Trump said on day one that he's gonna lower prices. He has done none of that so far.
Have you been listening to me the last? Have you been listening to me the last 20 minutes? I told you, gasoline today at the gas station in my neighborhood is $2.59 a gallon. That's a dramatic decrease in the price of gasoline.
Well, it hasn't bumped in my neighborhood.
I don't know about your neighborhood. I know I went to a gas station today, okay? I showed it on YouTube. I showed it on a live stream on YouTube. $2.59 a gallon. He's lowered the price of gasoline. Do you want to retract your slander against him?
That's just one single
That's just one single thing. So other than what prices have gone down, nothing's gone down except the things that have gone down. My goodness.
Dude, with the threats of tariffs.
Do you see what's going on here? They haven't gotten the updated talking points yet. They're still working on the old talking points. Oh my Lord. Get the new talking. Hey, DNC, are you listening? Can you get the new talking points to your stoners on Twitch streaming? They got talking points from like a couple weeks ago. Oh, the tariff, the prices. Hey, dude, the price. Oh, they're right. He said he would lower the prices. He hasn't lowered the prices, dude. Can you come on? Or maybe you got to check you liberals before you call in. Hey, check your spam. Maybe the DNC Democrat talking points are in your spam folder. Oh, man. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Mike from Louisiana.
Hey, Mike, a day of celebration.
Oh, it is. And think about this. The gas prices are a pretty big deal, but think about the diesel prices with the 18-wheelers and everything else that uses the diesel fuel, you know?
I got to tell you, I'm just a little selfish. All I care about is that I got more money in my bank account when I fill up my tank.
Yeah.
I've been dreading filling up my tank.
And look, this is before drill, baby, drill. The oil companies haven't yet to start up in Alaska and in the Gulf of America and in Texas, you know?
That's right. Oh, man.
Yeah. And you're right about the talking point about, what about the egg prices and what about the milk prices and this, that, and the other? Yeah, that talking point has all but disappeared.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that last guy, that last Democrat, he had those old talking points still.
Well, I mean, there's going to be some that try to hold on to these things, even in the face of lowering prices. I mean, think about it. There was a point in a particular town in California.
Yeah.
Gas prices were above $9.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. I'm excited, and I'm so happy they're going down because, my poor daughter in California, the gas prices out there are so much. When I go and visit her, the first and last thing I do when I go to visit my daughter is fill her car up. First and last thing I do because it's so expensive. It's like the best gift you can give to a Californian is a tank of gas.
On the last day of his first term in office, in some places here in Louisiana, the gas prices were under $2 a gallon.
Yeah.
And when Biden comes in and does what he does, they shoot up almost immediately.
Yeah.
That's the deal. They hate And that's all, and we know what that's due to. They want us to go on to electric.
Hey, listen, I looked at the clock. I'm late for a break and all this excitement. Thanks for the call. Mike from Louisiana makes some good points. If you're on hold, hang in there. It's the Steve Kane Show. My name is Brian Craig. If you're just tuning in, I went to the gas station in my neighborhood. Gas at $2.59 a gallon. This is the same price that it was on Trump's last day of his first term. Wow. So we're celebrating that on this Open MAGA Mike Open Phone Friday. We'll be right back. Oh my goodness. Guy with it. Trump said he was going to lower prices. Trump said, you hear that guy? What a loser. He did. Promises made, promises kept. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah. If you're on hold, hang in there. What a day of celebration. Yeah, I changed the title and thumbnail of the YouTube video because if you were looking earlier, I had a thumbnail that was about the attack on Trump Tower yesterday, and I just thought this was when I saw that, I thought this was the breaking news of the day. So I made the change. And the picture that's in the thumbnail, that's the one from my live stream this morning. And there's a link in the description of the video to that video this morning at the gas station with the timestamp. So you can go and see it yourself. $2.59 a gallon. I really didn't think we would see prices that low. I did not. That's amazing. And it's like Mike in Louisiana said, this is before he's even made his big moves on Drill Baby Drill. Now, if you're new, my name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Make sure you subscribe and please like the video, guys. If you all like the video, that helps spread word of this channel and share the video on all your socials as well, if you don't mind. Yeah, he just gave America a pay raise. That's right. Just gave us all a raise. We now have more money in our pockets, and that's immediate relief. We don't have to wait for legislation or anything. It's immediate, more money in each pocket of every man and woman and teenager who drives a car. Isn't that something? Oh, yeah. This is beautiful. Doesn't get better. Doesn't get better. Yeah, if you're on hold, hang in there. I'm going to go to the phones. I'm going to do my best to take the calls in the order in which they were received. We'll be back in just over a minute. We'll be back on the radio. Oh, that's just exciting. Recession. How can you say that when the prices are dropping like rocks? Liberals will never celebrate anything when a Republican's in office. They don't sell gas by the gallon in Venezuela. They sell it by the liter. So if you're going to lie, at least do some research so when you lie, you can sound like you might know what you're talking about. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Callers on hold, stand by. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. My name is Brian Craig, and it is Open Manga Mic Friday. The show prep is up to all of you today. You can call in about any and everything on your mind. However, I broke some news today. Gas in my neighborhood down to $2.59 a gallon, and of course, we're celebrating that. Liberals are, of course, not going to celebrate anything. You know, Trump said he would bring prices down. Promises made, promises kept. Promises made, promises kept. All right, here we go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Minnesota. This is Trisha.
Okay, turn down the volume of whatever you're listening to me on.
Okay, I just did.
And get off the speakerphone if you don't mind.
Okay, yes. Okay.
Oh, my goodness. Go ahead.
We're winning so much. This is the price the gas was when I started driving, like 1989. I remember it was $1.89 when I started driving, and I remember Trump during his first term in like the third year, it was down under $2 a gallon in Minnesota.
Really? Wow.
Oh yeah, and they just did a statistical chart on what presidents, you know, how much the oil companies made under every administration, and the oil companies make considerably less when Trump is in office.
That's right.
And so they like him. They're not necessarily happy about that, though.
The big secret is oil companies and the gun manufacturers, they like Democrats in office, because when Democrats are in office, guns start selling like crazy and gas prices go up. So those two industries that everyone thinks are Republican back, you know, they back Republicans, they're really behind the Democrats.
Wow, that's so true.
I know nobody thinks about that, do they?
No, they don't. Yeah, I'm so glad that you're being such a positive note about all this.
How can you not be positive? What, you know what President Trump just did? $2.59 a gallon. He has given the American people an immediate raise. Every American who drives a car has just gotten a raise. Immediately, you have more money in your pocket. You're keeping more of the money you earn.
That's right, exactly. Well, we say go MAGA, right?
That's right. That's right. Hey, take care. Appreciate the call. Oh, yeah, I love Trump, too. We all love Trump. Oh, man. Oh, boy. How exciting. How exciting. All right, let's see. I'm trying to take these in the order in which they were received. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Jeff, calling from Poto, Oklahoma.
All right, Jeff in Oklahoma.
I want to talk about gas prices real quick.
Yes.
Getting started in November, at Thanksgiving time of 2020, I paid $1.74 a gallon in Amarillo, Texas. All right? And I think we're going back there. I think we're going to definitely go back there.
Well, in Florida, you know, this is the point of, don't lose your thought, but here in Florida, with that gas price, okay, $2.59 a gallon, that is the price of gasoline on Trump's last day of his first term here in my neighborhood. So we have already returned to first-term Trump gas prices here in sunny South Florida.
Sure. And when you put it in real dollars, taking into account inflation, it's cheaper.
It's like $2 a gallon.
So, yeah. But here's the thing. People are optimistic, okay? You're probably too young to remember when President Reagan took office.
No, I'm old enough to remember. But I appreciate you thinking I'm not that young. I appreciate that.
Well, I was in the 5th grade, and
we're the same age.
Oklahoma.
We're the same age.
Okay, great. But I remember the optimism. It was palpable. You could feel it. You knew it. And here's the thing: optimism and expectations drive behavior, and behavior drives economies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when the people are expecting good things, they tend to happen, and that produces an effect in the economy. And we're back. And let me tell you something. Being in Oklahoma, low gas prices is not the best thing in the world for us because we produce a lot of oil and gas here.
That's right.
But I'll tell you this, Okies, we've been through the Depression and the Dust Bowl at the same time. You know, we even got through Barry Switzer, okay? And we'll gladly take low gas prices if it means our country's coming back.
Well, the thing about the low gas prices, you know, the gas prices affect the price of everything, right? So
Exactly.
So other things will start to. It'll take a little time for the other things to drop. Eggs have already dropped, but by about 18-20%. But you know, everything is going to start to go down as the gas prices drop.
Exactly, and people need to remember that. Keep up their optimism, and also, you know, when given the opportunity, I would tune out the corporate prostitute media. I tune out the big box cable channels because they're driving an agenda to try to kill your optimism.
That's
Don't let
right.
them do it.
That's right. All right, I appreciate the call from Oklahoma. Take care. A great call from Oklahoma. See the energy in America with these incredibly low prices on a gallon of gas. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, good morning. This is Joanne.
Oh, hold on, Joanne. Hold on. All right, go ahead. All right. Yep.
People don't necessarily think about, but the post office has over 1 million vehicles. We don't get government money. We fill them. The post office pays for it. But think about the savings right there.
Yeah.
So many things affected and reflected by the gas prices. So maybe our postage will go down now.
Everything's going to go down. Everything is going to go down because of gas prices. I mean,
think about how many government vehicles there are that we pay for the gas. So,
well, I've got 3 vehicles, right? I've got my wife's car, my car, and I've got my Vespa. But the gas prices have been so high that I promise you, there are people that have been staying home at night and on the weekends because gas is so expensive, right? They got to fill up their tanks to go to work. And now at these low gas prices, $2.59 a gallon, people are going to go out and start enjoying themselves and spending money. This is another kickstart to the economy. Thanks for the call. You see that excitement on the air today with these callers. A lot of excitement out there. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
How you doing, Brian? Good morning. My name's Guy. I'm calling from Southern California.
All right. What's up?
Hey, I'm driving to work this morning. It's pretty early here, but I enjoy your show every morning about this time. I'm just calling to update you. Out here in California, the gas prices have fallen probably about, depends on which station and which area you go to, but anywhere from 50 cents to about 75 cents a gallon.
Wow.
Not quite a dollar yet, but still substantial and noticeable. People are commenting on it.
Big drop.
So I live in a pretty red area. You know, of course there are Democrats living all over California, but out here they're eerily silent. They're not saying a whole lot. You don't see a whole lot. You see a lot of pro-Trump stickers and flags. People are being I guess they feel like they're allowed to be proud at this point of Trump, but you'd be surprised if it was a place.
Gas prices is like the last nonpartisan issue in America. Everybody loves them, the low gas prices, and everybody sees them because they're all over town. And everyone's got to buy it.
That's true. I mean, it touches everybody, regardless of which party affiliation. I completely agree. Having said that, I will tell you this. Let me update you a little bit on the border situation. Out here, there really hasn't. You see a little bit more border patrol presence, but you don't. There's still the illegals are still everywhere. You pull up to Home Depot. There's probably 300 of them trying to get a job, and they're out in the open. There's no fear.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. Well, that's
I'm not sure
Gavin Newsom territory.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is the problem. You see, you're behind enemy lines, so you're living in kind of like South American occupied U.S. territory. So you're not going to see the changes as much as the rest of us around the country, as fast.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I agree 100%. I will tell you this. I live in a pretty small neighborhood. It's not super exclusive. It's relatively new. It was built probably 7 years ago. and I live near some wineries between San Diego and Los Angeles. I live in a pretty rural area.
Yeah.
But in my neighborhood, I would have to say all the neighbors that I know personally, I think 3 or 4 of them have moved in the last 2 years, and every single one of them has left the state. Arizona, Idaho, and even Texas. They've all left for greener pasture.
Yeah, because the
anyway,
prices.
I just wanted to wish you good morning. Great show. I love your spirit, man, and let's keep up the fight, buddy. We got to get ready for the next election too.
That's
man.
true.
We can't sit idle on our.
That's true. I know. All right, but I appreciate the call from Southern California. All right, if you're on hold, hang in there. We're going to take our last break of the first hour of Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. My name is Brian Craig. Again, it is Open MAGA Mike Friday. Friday's show is open phones. You can call in about any and everything on your mind. You don't have to talk about the things that I'm bringing up here. But if you're just tuning in, gas in my neighborhood, the same price it was on Trump's last day of his first term, $2.59 a gallon this morning. So we're celebrating this incredible achievement of our favorite president, Donald Trump. Our number toll-free, no matter where you're listening, 1-888-465-2631, 888-465-2631. We'll be right back. If you're on hold, hang in there, guys. We'll be back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. There's 2 openings on the board. Phone's very busy early in the morning today. If you're new, my name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Make sure you subscribe and like the video, guys, if you don't mind. We're back in 1 minute. One opening on the board. Every line is now lit. Okay, here we go. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. This is Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. Every line on the board is lit. So I'm going to go to the phones, and if you're just tuning in, I went to the gas station in my neighborhood this morning. Gas, the same price it was on Trump's last day of his first term, just $2.59 a gallon. Promises made, promises kept. Trump's just amazing. We're celebrating that. But it is Open MAGA Mike Friday, open phones. Any and everything on your mind's fair game on Friday's show. I'm going to take these calls in the order in which they were received to the best of my ability, okay? Keep highlighting to the best of my ability. Very, very busy phones. Let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air.
Hello.
Yeah, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Steve from Stewart.
Hey, Steve. What's up? Exciting day.
Hey, listen, Ryan, even if gas prices were 89 cents a gallon and eggs were free, these miserable, sour Democrats, you couldn't put a smile on their face. They got so much Trump derangement syndrome that it's sad.
Yeah, it is pretty. I mean, listen, they won't even celebrate a 13-year-old little boy surviving brain cancer. Okay, they get pissed at that. So I get it.
They're miserable people, and they need to pack their bags and get out of America.
That's right. But, I don't know about I'm still going to celebrate.
Oh, yeah, every day's Christmas morning as long as Trump's the president.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, man. Appreciate it. Take care. Yeah, so I agree with everything you said about the Democrats, except leaving the country. We want them to stay here and suffer. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Jim from North Carolina.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, I got a quick update. I have to go to work. But listen, down up here in Wilmington where I live, it's $2.49 a gallon.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
Thank you, President Trump.
And also I've noticed that you probably know, but the barrel prices are somewhere around $65 too.
Yeah.
So it's going to go down even more.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But you see it at the gas stations. That's where we feel they can report on what the barrels cost every day, but you see the signs at the gas station. That's what really moves the needle with people. That's exciting.
And I buy my gas at a major brand. I strictly stick with ExxonMobil. That's a major branded station too.
Yeah. Oh, so that may be even cheaper elsewhere in your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotta go to work. See you later.
All right. Promises made, promises kept. Yes, yes, yes. Where are the liberals? Where are the liberals at? You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
This is Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
From West Palm.
Hey, what's up?
I just wanted to call and say that I really resent how you badmouth Steve Bannon and Charlie Kirk.
Uh-huh.
All Steve Bannon and Charlie Kirk have done for the MAGA movement is fantastic. And to use such strong words that Steve Bannon hates Elon.
He does. He does hate Elon.
Well, see, I don't agree with you.
Well, okay. Well, that's okay. It's America. But I did not. I did not bash Charlie Kirk or Steve Bannon. What I talked about is they've made a mistake, and they got played by Gavin Newsom.
I disagree with you, but I just wanted to call and say that I watch Steve Bannon and Charlie Kirk every day.
No, I like that. Listen. I like them both. I'm fans of them both. I've met them both. I'm fans of them. I follow them. They've done great work, but they got played by Gavin Newsom. That's all. That doesn't mean that's not bashing them.
Okay, well, I don't agree with you, okay? And
well, you don't see the light.
I resent that you do it.
Well, excuse me. I'm sorry. Oh.
Okay.
All right. You resent it? I mean, resent is kind of strong.
them every day, and I respect and
Did you watch them on with Gavin Newsom?
Yes, I did. I watched the interview that Charlie Kirk, and I thought he did a wonderful job.
He did a terrible job. He gave Gavin Newsom. He walked him down the garden path of Gavin Newsom, reversing his position on trans men in sports.
Yeah, well, what's wrong with that?
Because if you instead of being resentful and listen to what I'd said over the last couple days about this, Gavin Newsom's purpose on that podcast is to present himself as a reasonable Democrat, to try to get back Democrats that voted for Trump, many of which voted for Trump over the trans issue. And these Republicans that I've been talking about so far that have been on his program have helped him do that. And it started with Charlie Kirk. He's lying about, Gavin Newsom's lying when he reverses his position on that, but he used Charlie Kirk to reverse it.
But that doesn't change how I feel about Charlie Kirk.
Well,
I like Charlie Kirk.
I like Charlie Kirk too. But, people we like can make mistakes and get duped. I've been duped before. I've been ripped off and conned by people. I've been lied to.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to call in and tell you how I felt.
All right, I heard. Okay, that's fine. Hey, that's cool. You don't have to agree with me. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Patty from Massachusetts.
Hey, Patty.
I went on the Social Security website, and I went on the post office website. And from the post office, I found out that these father and son stole over $5 million from the Postal Service.
That's on the post office website that Biden and Hunter stole money from them? They actually have that on the... No. I find that hard to believe.
No. It was on their website. No, it was a father and son.
Oh, a father and son. Oh, another father and son were stealing.
Yeah. And it said Congress has taken money from USPS for 30 years. It's known as their cash cow.
Okay, I'll look into that, okay? I appreciate the call. Oh, speaking of money, let's talk about annuities and Jupiter Joe Thomas. The thing about annuities, when I first met with Joe Thomas, and he explained to me what annuities are, I said, and why is everyone not doing this? Why not? To me, now I'm not a financial advisor, okay? So I'm not a financial advisor. Joe Thomas, he's a retirement expert and financial advisor. But so this is just my layman's opinion. To me, the stock market's for rich people. It's manipulated by the hedge funds and all those kind of people. And retail investors like me, it's gambling and a little dip that these big money hedge funds put in so they can do some cheap buying and everything. That can be financially devastating for me. And it causes me tremendous amounts of anxiety. You heard these people talking this week about the Dow down and all that. Who cares about that when you're in annuities? Because with annuities, your money is never at risk. We could have a Great Depression tomorrow. Your money would not be at risk if you're in an annuity with Jupiter Joe Thomas. Give him a call. Oh, yeah, and you have guaranteed income in your retirement for the rest of your life, too. Sounds like a pretty good deal. Joe Thomas is offering free phone consultations, which you can take advantage of no matter where you are in the United States. So give him a call, 561-743-0999, 561-743-0999. That's 561-743-0999. And online, jupiterjoe.com. If you missed his phone number, you can find it on his website, jupiterjoe.com. All right, to the phones again we go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air.
Hey, Brian.
Hey,
Brian. This is Tony and Karan from the Villages, but we're on that cruise around the world off the coast of Africa.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yes. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, we got a couple calling off the coast of Africa. That's amazing.
Yeah, we just left Cape Town, South Africa, about 3 days ago, and unfortunately, one of our cruise passengers got mugged outside the terminal, and while he was walking around town, and he was hurt so bad he had to have surgery, and they flew him back to the States.
Oh my goodness! That's why the president's cracked down on South Africa. They hate white people, and it's dangerous there.
Oh, we definitely felt the the animosity about Americans over there.
Oh my God! I bet they took your money though.
Definitely, they use my credit card, all right.
Yeah. So what's on your mind?
But yeah, we totally agree with what you stand for and everything like that. You know, I can't wait to get back home to see what gas prices are.
Oh, I know. It's awesome. Awesome. Well, since you're cruisers, I know I mentioned this to you before. You should come on our next cruise. You have a great time.
We intend to. We really want to.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Really want to.
Yeah, there's nothing like cruising.
We've got 10 cruises. Oh, no, nothing like it. Right now, I'm looking out over the ocean right now on my balcony and talking to you from off the coast of Africa. It's amazing.
It is. You know, I started going on cruises when I was 18 years old, and it's like to me, it's the best vacation. I'm not interested in going inland in any of these places. You're in a 5-star hotel. You're in a different destination every day. You got 5-star restaurants. It's all paid for when you're on board. It's like the best way to travel.
I agree. That's how I feel. We love it.
Yeah, listen,
and we cannot wait to go on the cruise with you and with everyone. We listen to you every day.
Well, that's awesome. I got to run for our break, but thanks for calling. Off the coast of Africa. Take care. Oh man, that's wild. We are and not just nationally syndicated. We are international. That's amazing. All right. Well, if you're on hold, hang in there. We'll take our break for the top of the hour. It's the Steve Kane Show. My name is Brian Craig. It is Open Phones, Open Mega Mike Friday. Any and everything on your mind is fair game on Friday's show because it's Open Phones. We'll take our break for the top of the hour and be back right after this. If you're on hold, hang in there, guys. We'll be back in just over 2 minutes, and I'll go back to the calls. And it is Open Phones. If you'd like to call in, the number is pinned in the live chat. It's toll-free no matter where you are watching. And, of course, today is Open Phones on Fridays. We call it Open Mega Mike Friday. Yes, yes. Waiting for the liberals to call in to give their response to the low gas prices. This is what they've been asking for. Trump said he'd lower gas prices. And, Oh, yeah, I'm drinking Lefty Tears today. No kidding. No kidding with that one. There's 2 openings on the board. We'll be back in 1 minute. What an exciting day. Oh, man. Stand by. Less than 30 seconds. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. Hour number 2 has begun. There's only 2 openings on the board, and it is Open MAGA Mike Friday, open phones. You can call in about any and everything on your mind at 1-888-465-2631. The other 4 days of the week, you got to talk about what we bring out. But today, the show preps up to you guys. But I have been celebrating for a little over an hour now. The gas station by my house in my neighborhood has dropped to Trump first-term levels, just $2.59 a gallon, and I'm so happy that I was able to document this live on YouTube, and so no one can contest it. It's right there. All right, let's go to the phones. I'm trying to take these in the order in which they were received to the best of my abilities, but the phones are very busy. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
William.
Yeah, William. What's up?
So explain to me why they would shut the Consumer Protection Bureau down when it's paid for by banks.
The Consumer Protection Bureau, what is the last thing they've protected me from?
What? What are you talking about?
What is the Consumer Protection Bureau that you're whining about? What's the last? Excuse me. What is the last?
Okay.
The Consumer Protection Bureau. Can you tell me the last thing as a consumer they protected me from?
Protected you from? I don't even know what are you talking about?
Well, I'm a consumer,
I want you
they're a consumer.
I want you to explain to me. To explain to me why they would shut the Consumer Protection Bureau
you don't get it. You're too stupid to understand. You're too stupid to understand. I just did explain it to you.
Stupid. You are too stupid. You can't even.
Listen. They should be.
You can't fight the argument.
If the Consumer Protection Bureau is doing their job, certainly there must be things that, as a consumer, that you could name that they protected me from recently.
They give more money back to consumers than any other in the United States.
So you and I have gotten money back from them?
I'm not talking about just you and I. I'm talking about all of us Americans.
Well, I'm an American. Are you an American?
No. Yes, I am.
Then what have they given you? What has the Consumer Protection Bureau done for you and me recently?
Well, what have they done for me? Are you asking about me, the person that I know, what they've done?
You and me. I'm just like you. I'm just a guy. Certainly.
I don't know anything about you except you not knowing facts.
No, you're the one that's short on facts. I mean, if they're protecting consumers so much, if they are protecting consumers,
Consumer Protection Bureau down.
Okay, I gotta. Okay, guys, I gotta get out. I gotta get out the crayon. I gotta get out the crayons and the fat pencils.
It was made because of the 2008 crash.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay.
To protect us.
So
and it's paid for by banks.
So that was 17. Excuse me. That was Excuse me. No. That was 17 years ago. And that was 17.
Last term.
Oh my goodness. A Trump derangement syndrome live right here, guys. Trump derangement syndrome. I don't know.
And he's about to give another 5%?
President Trump just gave everyone.
And you think he's thinking about you?
President Trump just gave everyone in America who drives a car a huge financial bonus by lowering the price of gasoline to the levels they were 4 years ago.
Are you kidding me?
I saw it, $2.59 a gallon this morning in my neighborhood.
I'm glad he threw that Trump change to us. Can you imagine 16% going off your taxes? Can you think about that?
Yesterday,
You're not even paying taxes in the first place.
Yesterday,
you get money back regardless.
Are you okay? You're very emotional.
No, I know my facts.
Oh, facts. Okay. President Trump's yesterday, they announced that couple things. One, they're going to introduce the tax break bill soon. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. And his ultimate goal...
Oh, my God.
Is that a good thing?
Do you wait tables? You know how many people wait tables?
Millions. How many people? Millions. Yeah, in this country? Yeah, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, bartenders.
And actually get tips. You know what that tip thing is for? It's to get around taxes.
He is eliminating taxes on tips.
Oh, my God.
That's millions of people.
You want to do nothing? Do you wait tables?
No.
Are you going to be able to get through that tax break?
What?
No.
People that are tip workers never get tax breaks because they don't pay income taxes. This is the first time that group of people will get a tax break.
You know what I do? You know what I do for people that get tips? I give cash.
Oh, okay.
I always.
Well, very few people do. Well, very few.
They don't have to claim it on their tax.
Very few
because
people.
They're already getting screwed.
Very few people do that because everybody pays with Apple Pay and stuff now. Okay, so that's a great thing. Many millions of people are in the tip economy: waiters, waitresses, bartenders, Lyft drivers, Uber Eats, DoorDash drivers. You know, they're no taxes on their tips. That's not a good thing?
No, don't get me wrong. That is a good thing.
So Trump did something good.
Trump
did something good. It sounds like, no, it's not. That money, no tax on tips is life-changing money for people that are in those lower income brackets.
Corporations never pay taxes. They get money from taxpayers.
They don't get money from taxpayers.
They get money back.
So what? They're the job creators.
What do you mean, so what?
You've got to generate income to get money back.
Debt?
No, we're not. No. Excuse me. You started. You listen. Okay, I understand you're a communist and all that stuff. You'll deny it, but you are.
I'm a communist.
Or maybe you may call yourself. You may call yourself a democratic socialist.
Is this coming from a group that hated electric cars, but now claims that Elon is the best?
MAGA people never hated. MAGA people never. MAGA people never hated electric cars. We were just opposed to the government mandating that we buy them.
What? Look.
I know MAGA people that have had Teslas for years.
Tax breaks.
What?
Look at Tesla's
tax breaks. When you get a tax break, the government's not giving you money. That you're allowed to keep more.
Subsidies.
No, you're allowed to keep more of your money. So President Trump, no tax on tips, is very well maybe one of the largest individual tax breaks ever given in the history of this country.
No, no. You're very wrong on that.
Yeah.
That would be that 16% that Trump gave on his last term.
Oh, that's great.
That 16%.
That's great. We should have zero taxes.
That's great.
We can let Canada.
We can still going up.
We can let the other countries pay our taxes instead through the tariff import taxes.
No.
Yes.
You're going to go back.
You say you're American, but you talk like a Canadian.
All he's going to do is slightly lower these tariffs, but the damage that's going to happen until then is going to affect me and you.
Oh. So President Trump's yesterday, the White House said their ultimate goal is to not have taxes on anyone who earns under $150,000 a year. Is that a good thing?
You're crazy. There is no way in hell.
Yeah, sure.
There is no way
Absolutely.
in hell these billionaires are going to not let us not pay taxes making under $150K.
Yes. Yes. Trump's billionaire friend said it yesterday. Lutnick.
Oh, did you say billionaire friends? Did you say billionaire? Where's his normal friends?
Those are normal people.
Like the other 99.
Those are normal people. Those are normal
Where
people.
are those people? Where are those people?
Those are normal people.
What did Trump say the other day when he did his quid pro quo in front of the White House?
Yeah.
Elon, when he said he hasn't driven a car and he can't drive a car. Why can't he drive a car? Because
former presidents are not allowed to drive cars on public roads. The Iranians are trying to kill him. You never Trumpers. He can't drive a car. He can't drive a car because you never Trumpers shot him in Butler.
What?
I said he can't drive a car on the road, a normal car, because you never Trumpers shot him in Butler.
Because the never Trumpers shot him in public.
In Butler, Pennsylvania? That's where Trump got shot, remember?
I do remember that.
Okay.
I do remember
so
that.
the reason that he can't drive
it really upsets me that he got shot.
I can tell. I can tell. The reason he can't drive a car, the reason he can't drive that red Tesla he bought from Elon the other day on the regular roads is because the never Trumpers shot him in Butler.
Is it because he's a president and presidents can't drive on public road, or is it
that's true too?
He got shot.
Both.
Which one are you going with?
Both. All right, listen, I got to run. Thanks for the call. We'll be right back. Now, if you're on hold, hang in there. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. I didn't say he was shot by a Democrat. I said he was shot by a never Trumper. There's only one opening on the board. If you'd like to call in, one opening on the board. Gee whiz. Very good calls today. Triggered. See how triggered he is? Who's that? It's one of my kittens. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Who is that? Pepsi? I think it's Pepsi. I recognize that voice. That's got to be Pepsi. The kittens are Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Okay. He's shy. He doesn't want to be on YouTube today. Welcome. If you're new, my name is Brian, and we're broadcasting on 8 radio stations. I co-host a morning show that's on 8 radio stations here in Florida. They're FM radio stations. And we are in a commercial break for the radio right now. We'll be back in 1 minute. And the callers are a mix. Some of these callers are people listening to me on the radio, some on YouTube, some on iHeartRadio. What are you doing, Betsy? 40 seconds. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. If you're on hold, hang in there. Oh, man, I tell you, the Trump derangement syndrome is pretty strong out there. You know, we maybe could use a sponsor. If you are a doctor that treats Trump derangement syndrome, contact the radio station. We could use you as an advertiser because we've got a lot of Trump derangement syndrome sufferers in this audience who are in desperate need of help. If you're just tuning in, what's triggered these loons this morning, the gas station in my neighborhood, the gas prices have dropped to the level they were in Trump's first term, just $2.59 a gallon. And that, of course, is driving these people nuts. All right, back to our phones. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Conservative Doug.
Hey, Doug.
You know, this is Open Line Friday. Boeing has had the contract to oversee anybody who's bidding on aircraft parts for the government, okay? And here's what they pull. Let's say a part costs $1,000 and the government wants 10,000 of them, all right? So now one contractor puts in $1,200, another one puts in $1,500, and then the other contractor puts $25,000 per part, and they give it to them because they get 10% of the contract. So they've been robbing people every day. So I'm hoping President Trump gets rid of them and finds somebody else.
I don't know, flying. I mean, this story came out the other day of the African-American supervisor that gave the black test takers to become air traffic controllers the exam questions and answers before the test. Did you see that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that later. He got busted, and maybe that's why we're having so many plane crashes and planes flipping over and planes catching on fire. I mean, that's they've lowered the standards too. Why do you guys think I go to the airport lounge and drink screwdrivers at 6 o'clock in the morning before I fly? You know, and I do. You saw I did the YouTube video. It's
Yeah, man, I know.
I get tanked before I fly. Nothing else could get me on a plane.
Yeah, man, it's bad enough, and now to find out that we have air traffic controllers that don't know what they're doing.
No, there's audio tape of it. I might play it later today. If not, I'll play it on another day. The story broke a couple years ago. He's the black supervisor who's in charge of the test taking for the air traffic controller candidates, and he called them up and left a voicemail telling them that he was sending them the answers to the certification for air traffic controller exam. That's just who you want to be an air traffic controller. That's one of the most stressful jobs in the world.
I'm glad we caught him, man, because
yeah, but how many of those how long have they been doing that, and how many of his controllers are in the towers of America right now?
Yeah, exactly. We got to find that out, man, and have a retest of everybody, I guess, because we need the best of the best up there. The pilots can't be drunk, and
well, we got to take our cars and trains.
Yes, one day we'll have transporters. Maybe we'll be able to just go from place to place.
Exactly. All right, Doug. I appreciate. I appreciate the call. Take care. Doug's a good guy. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, good morning to you. Happy weekend.
Yes.
I was up at 2 a.m. looking at that blood moon. The eclipse. Let me say something to you, Brian. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask everybody.
I was up at that time. I didn't know about the blood moon. I would have gone out to see it. Oh man, I guess it'll be back in 250 years. something.
It was a total eclipse.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, goodness.
Moon. Yeah. Here's the deal. I want to ask you, and I want to ask the people that are calling in if they can give me an answer to this. You know, I drove a bus. This has to do with the Congress. I drove a bus 32 and a half years. Some certain things stood out in my head. Like one time from Miami, I picked up this big man in a dress with pumps like Wizard of Oz, with frizzy socks and hairy legs.
Where was that in Broward County? Where was that in Broward? Where?
Picked them up at 191st Street, and I took them all the way to Fort Lauderdale.
Oh my goodness!
Fort Lauderdale.
Oh my goodness!
And he sat in the first seat. He sat in that first seat staring at me.
Oh my! He liked you.
And he must have loved me. And I'm sitting there thinking, what? I'm going to be honest. What a freak. Now here's the deal. What I'm going to say. Okay.
Now he's a lieutenant general in the United States Air Force.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I knew he was a man, and here's the deal. I just saw where all the female Democratic congresswomen stood behind this McBride, who says that Republicans are living in her head rent free because she's a man dressed like a woman, and she got insulted at a committee hearing that abruptly ended because a Republican called her a congressman instead of woman.
Yeah, they had a meltdown.
And they went into a siege. They had a meltdown. Now I want to ask you, what would you do if you knew somebody was actually a man dressed like a woman? Would you call them, and your audience out there, would you have the respect to call them a woman because they feel like they're a woman, or would you call them a man?
Since I've worked in radio my whole life, okay, my whole adult life, radio is the entertainment industry. So there's always people like that, and I've known a lot of people like that, okay, and encountered many people like that. We never, you always call him a man. I've never heard of such a thing before. This is new.
Yeah,
Megyn Kelly explained it the best. She said these are guys that have a fetish, and they're trying to normalize their fetish.
But Congress, these Democrats are trying to normalize this too. Tlaib wasn't back. I mean, this anti-American congresswoman. I am so glad the normal people are back.
Yeah. Well, how are the transgenders treated in her part of the world, the Middle East, by the Muslims?
Yeah,
Tlaib.
Thrown off of buildings.
Yeah.
And one other thing I'll bring up real quick. I know you got people on hold. You have a black air traffic controller. Do you see where that came up? Where they got somebody turned in a tape where the guy was talking.
I was just talking about that to Doug. I might play that later. It came out a couple days ago. I just haven't had a chance to get to it. But it's pretty.
Can you believe that?
It's scary. It's really scary.
Yeah. We're flying up there depending on these people, these air traffic controllers, and because of a color, and I don't care if you're black or if you're purple, you got to hire the best qualified, not somebody that's being fed the answers and cheating on tests to get in.
And you were making fun of me the other day because I get drunk before I fly. Why that's why I do. It's scary.
I wasn't making fun of you. I do the same thing. I had a dream, scream. We're on our way down. My wife was next to me. I fell asleep, nodded, and I felt the air. We hit a turbulence, and I screamed, "We're going down!" And everyone looked at me.
Yeah, listen. I had 4 screwdrivers from the airport lounge at 6 a.m. the last time I went to L.A. and I did the same on the way back. I think I had 6 on the way back because the flight was a little later. And if you are a member of an airport lounge, Richie, the drinks are free.
Yeah.
And it's top shelf. I had them with Absolute. I like Absolute. It's gonna be.
You know that on a bus they had what was called an idiot light and a buzzer. Every so often the passenger would hear this go off and what's that? That gave us 30 seconds to pull off the road to get off the bus off the street so we didn't block traffic because the engine was going to cut off. I always said, can you imagine that happening up 30,000
Well,
feet?
the last time when I flew to see my daughter the first time when she moved to California, it was the first time I flew like in 10 years. I really don't like, I used to fly all the time until 9/11. And on my last flight, when I got back to Fort Lauderdale, those idiots, they couldn't put the, the walkway on the they couldn't connect it to the airplane. And it was at night, and they turned off all the power on the plane. We were locked on the plane, and people started freaking out because it was completely dark. The power went off. We were at the gate. We couldn't get off. The captain told us they couldn't connect the thing to the door. And I said, and everyone was freaking out, and I said, hey, listen, at least the power went out while we're on the ground, okay? Everyone started laughing and coming. There's the incompetence. It started going down when they started hiring men and overweight women to be flight attendants. But ever since then, the quality of airlines, this new thing though, where the guy gave the answers to only the black candidates to be air traffic controllers. That guy should be in prison, and there needs to be a major investigation.
$155,000 a year this guy makes.
And how many air traffic controllers got the answers in advance that are in the towers of America's airports?
But it's not just him though. He said that his the head of what do you call it? Everybody's involved. There's more than him.
Yes.
He's just one. His boss was involved.
That's right.
A lot of them involved.
That's right.
I mean, it's really ridiculous.
It is. Yeah. And just to finish up on it, it's so normal with their procedure that they got him. He left a voicemail on the black candidates' phones, letting them know that the answers were coming to the air traffic controller exam test. I mean, when you're doing something that criminal, who leaves a voicemail? Doing it, you know what I'm talking about?
You don't hear it on the news, do you? You didn't hear it on the news. It's ridiculous, man.
It is. All right, take care, Richard. We got to run. If you're on hold, stand by. We'll be right back. If you're on hold, hang in there. And of course, if you would like to support the program, go to mypillow.com, use our promo code Kane at checkout for huge savings. And on purchases, on orders $100 or more, you get 2 free My Pillows. So that's a pretty good deal with our promo code Kane at checkout. And you can use our promo code Kane on any special you see at mypillow.com. And I have all these things. I've got the sheets, I've got the towels, I've got the pillows, I've got the pet beds, I got the body pillow I got for Steve. He wanted that. You can get all these deals. The slippers, I've got the flannel sheets. I've got a MyPillow mattress. I got to order the MyPillow socks. I forgot to order the MyPillow socks. I've got the mattress topper. Yeah, I mean, and that's just some of the things I have. Promo code Kane at checkout, Kane at mypillow.com. And again, you get 2 free MyPillows on all orders over $100 or more. And look at how much you can get for $100. I mean, you can do your Christmas shopping right now with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. Just huge deals going on. Look at this. Huge savings. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Oh, boy, the Trump derangement syndrome is pretty strong with the Democrats calling in today, that's for sure. Just over a minute, we'll be back. We've heard from 2 deranged liberals today. And they're just, the last guy was just losing it. But they both were pretty out of it. But you're all welcome to call. We love to talk to Democrats. You're welcome to call in. Here we go. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. It is open phones on Friday. We call it Open MAGA Mike Fridays. I'm just going to go back to the phones because some of these people have been on hold for quite some time. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Rick from Iowa.
Hey, Rick.
And I'm glad to be back with you again. It's been a while since I've called in.
Good to have you back.
I'm loving it. Gas prices, everything, And I've got to say that some gun manufacturers are pretty pro-Trump. They had the Let's Go Brandon edition, and I passed up on that one.
Well, no. Here's what I mean. Here's what I mean by that.
47
Let me explain what I mean by that. With the gun manufacturers and the oil companies being pro-Democrat and wanting Democrats in office. The oil companies, when Republicans are in office, oil's a lot cheaper, right? So they're making less money per barrel. They want to make more money.
That's right.
When a Democrat is president, they're always talking about gun control. You go to gun stores, they're out of ammo. And the last handgun I bought, which was a Glock 48, I had to get there when the truck arrived to get it. They can't keep them on the shelves when there's Democrats in office. So their business booms with Democrats in office, both of those industries. So for people that think that they're Republican industries, it's the opposite. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if big oil is behind the whole climate change racket. Drives up the cost of oil.
Yeah. And anyway, I love one gun manufacturer in particular because they try to get as many receivers out there as possible and as many ARs.
All right. Okay. I don't want to really talk about that too much now, but I appreciate the call. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Brian. Yeah. Please calling from the D.C. swamp.
Hey, speak up a little bit from the swamp of D.C. You know what I wonder? You're in D.C. Is it hard to watch Netflix and things because all these workers that have been laid off, they're at home watching Netflix now. The whole bureaucracy that's losing their jobs.
Yeah, I just canceled my Netflix. Can't watch it. But yeah, first I want to say, I don't take you to be that much of a Bible thumper, a born-again believer, radically saved.
I'm Catholic.
Oh, but what I do, I just admire the discernment and the wisdom and the knowledge that you have. It amazes me. I mean, and the patience that you have with all the deranged, it's crazy how deranged these people are. And I said, man, this guy, he's not even that really much of a spiritual guy, but he sees.
No, I am. I'm a spiritual guy. I just don't wear it on my sleeve and talk about it all the time. I'm very religious, and it's not just faith. I know what Jesus did and who he is, and I am as strong of a Christian, I think, that's really of a believer that's possible to be. I just don't talk about it all the time. I pray every day, but I every day, and all the time. Mostly the Lord's Prayer, But
so no wonder the wisdom and the knowledge and the patience that I see on you that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Because that Newscomb.
Yes, Newscomb.
If people don't see through him, I mean, he's just like, you can see that he's a crook. He's a scam. He's a scumbag.
But he's good. But he's a great grifter because he conned those three. Steve and I were talking about this last night. He wanted me to pull up some clips from those interviews that Gavin did, where they got out debate. I said, Steve, he didn't. It wasn't a debate. He just manipulated them in a way that you have to watch it. Yeah, charm. Yes.
I was just shocked that Steve Bannon went on. See, I wouldn't know none of this because I only watch you and one other guy. Did I lose you, guys?
Who's the other guy?
Oh, the other guy. He's from Florida too. Barry Cunningham.
I'm going to tell you something about Barry Cunningham. He and I don't know each other, but this will sound crazy to you. We both live in the same neighborhood. It's just a total coincidence. We live in the same neighborhood, and we don't know each other. We've never met him. So if anybody knows Barry Cunningham and could do an interview, I'd like to meet him. His office is right down the street from me.
That is so bizarre.
Isn't that? It's what a coincidence. And we live in a Democrat town.
Wow. Oh wow.
Yeah. I know it's crazy.
I can't listen to a lot of those guys.
There's another big, I'm not going to say who this person is, but one of the most famous Republican men in America also lives in the neighborhood that Barry Cunningham and I live in. But but I'd like to meet him. If anybody knows him here locally, I didn't know that till recently.
Yeah, so the first thing I wanted definitely to, let you know how much I just admire your wisdom and your knowledge and your insight. Discernment. I call it discernment. I think that Brian can see straight through these people. Just like Trump. Trump got it.
What? Now let me ask you. You're in the swamp of D.C.
No, but Trump see right through them.
What's the tone of people in D.C. with Elon Musk exposing all this bureaucracy?
Oh, it's crazy. They got posters all over here on Capitol Hill of big posters of Elon and this red background on the posters. They paste them on all of these.
Really?
Yeah, and it says, I'm stealing from you. I'm taking this from you. I've tried to pull a few of them down. I said, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
I was walking to a couple of metro stops, and I said, man, they trying to get everybody over here blind and just deranged and just delusional, where they can't really think straight.
Now let me ask you, when the weather warms, it's too cold for me to go to Washington, and I love going to the Smithsonian, but I couldn't go there while Biden was in office. I'm waiting for the thaw, since it's Trump's DC now. Is it okay to walk through Washington with my Make America Great Again hat on now, or not?
It might be at certain areas. Maybe
like if I got on the metro, what would happen if I was like on the metro? Would it be okay?
Well, it depends on which line you're getting on.
No. Oh boy.
Don't get on the green line.
Don't get on the green line. Okay. Don't get on the green line. Okay. Okay.
Because they're deranged.
What if I'm walking through the mall? Would it be okay to walk through the mall by myself?
Yeah.
The mall's okay?
Capitol Hill Mall down by the monument and all that area.
Okay.
Tourist area.
As soon as it warms up, I don't have winter. I don't have clothes warm enough to wear this time of year. I have Florida clothes,
Okay, yeah, you better stay home then.
Yeah.
You know, our mayor, she kind of like, you know, she said something nice about Trump the other day. She said, me and President Trump, she addressed him as President Trump. I wish people would say President Trump.
That's
Trump,
right.
Trump. But anyway, she did say, she said, we both have something in common. And we are, you know, destined to make Washington, D.C. the most beautiful city, you know, in America.
Yeah.
So she's working with Trump. I was like shocked when she said that, you know, because
she's working an angle. She must want something.
Yeah, well, she went down there to Mar-a-Lago too.
Oh, did she?
You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, she
That's awesome. Well, maybe she's maybe she's been. She kissed the ring. All right, listen, I got to run for a break, but thanks for the call. Yeah.
Yeah, I love you, Brian.
Thank you. All right, take care, take care. Nice lady calling from the D.C. swamp. All right, if you're on hold, hang in there. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. We'll be right back. Hey, it's Brian. Hey, I'm going to put you on hold. I'll be with you shortly. Hold on. Okay. One minute. Back in 1 minute. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian. You're listening to Florida's longest running radio show. It is Friday and time to check in with Attorney Barry Siegel from the Siegel Law Group. Attorney Barry Siegel, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today, Brian?
Good. I don't want you to lose your thoughts on what you wanted to bring up today, but I was reading an article today that related to you. I was going to text it to you, but I'll just tell you. Gene Hackman, oh my goodness. You know, his wife that died is his kid's stepmother, and he had it set up that if he died first, the stepmother got everything and cut the whole kids out of everything. And they said he had a simple will. He's worth $85 million, and I tell you, these step parents can really they can really do a job on an older person sometimes. It was very upsetting. You should look up that story, Barry. It's right down your alley.
My goodness, I'm not surprised. Unfortunately, we hear this kind of thing often with celebrities, with very wealthy people. We all think that they have everything in place, but it seems that that's not the case. Gene Hackman, what an incredible actor, and it's so sad what happened with him, and it's sad that now that after he's gone, that there's going to be a mess behind. I'm sure the children are going to have something to say about this. So.
Well, it looks like that the stepmother, the dead wife, it looks like her family's getting everything. Can you imagine? And his kids are cut out?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be interested to see more about that because apparently she died first, and if he just had a will, we'd have to see how this kind of falls out.
Oh, this is the lawyer talk now. Yeah, see the angle, like you know. So maybe Gene Hackman's kids should call up the Siegel Law Group. But you know, this kind of thing happens all the time with step parents.
Yeah, well, when you were just at my seminar the other day, one of the things where I showed that diagram that shows how the assets end up going to other people's families when there are step parents, this is exactly the scenario that we were talking about. So there are ways to prevent this, ways to make sure that this doesn't happen, make sure that the assets go where you want it to go, not where you don't want it to go. Yeah.
So what did you have for us today, Barry? I got you off there a little bit.
Okay, that's fine. I was gonna talk about some of the reviews we've been getting, and we're up to 340 reviews. We're at 5 stars on Google. We're very proud of that. And one of the ones that we got recently within this week was talking about our seminar. It says, my husband and I have put off planning due to complicated family dynamics. After attending a seminar by Barry Siegel, we learned strategies to address our concerns. They've had 2 excellent meetings, one with one of our attorneys, Jay, and one with another team member, Lanice, that they took much time as needed to listen in all of our issues and concerns. As a result, the design meeting went very smoothly, and we will accomplish all of our goals. It's such a relief to finally take this important step.
Wow.
So, so that was a great review, and we appreciate that. And
let me comment on your reviews, because this, this is very unusual for an attorney to have positive reviews, because people don't like attorneys, even the ones that have to hire them, because for you to have so many positive reviews is so unusual in the legal profession. It really is something. I know you're proud of it because you understand that. But it's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the estate planning world, it might be a little different than a litigation attorney. Maybe somebody's not happy because they didn't win, or they're getting billed hourly, and
exactly
they're not liking it. So there's some issues there. So in all fairness, but also, we are very proud of the fact that we have all these reviews and that they're so excellent because we really do care about the experience that we deliver. We have a process. We have an experience that we expect our clients to go through, and obviously, we want. A lot of times people are coming into our office going through a difficult circumstance, a difficult time in their lives. And our team is ready. They understand that clients are maybe going through a tough time, and they need to have empathy. They really need to be passionate about what they do here. Otherwise, they're just not going to be a good fit for us. So, we do have core values in our office, and our team members need to be on board with it. Otherwise, they're not going to be a good fit.
Absolutely. Now, listen, the Siegel Law Group can help you no matter where you are in the state of Florida. And it's a no-charge consultation with the Siegel Law Group if you mention you heard Attorney Barry Siegel on the radio, okay? So let me give you the number. It's toll-free, 855-FLA-3782, 855-FLA-3782, and his website is SiegelLawGroup.com, SiegelLawGroup.com. All right, Attorney Barry Siegel, we'll talk next week.
All right. Thanks so much, Brian.
All right. Take care. All right. Did you hear when I brought up about the thing with the will? He says, well, she died first. So, you see, little thing. That's why you got to hire Barry Siegel. He knows his stuff, doesn't he? Just right off the cuff. All right. It is open phones today, and I cannot believe we're almost 2 hours into the program. The show has flown by. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Dave from Detroit.
Hey, Dave.
I have to ask, you keep spewing the nonsense of everybody that drives a car in America is saving money because of Trump today, correct?
With the gas prices lower, yes.
Oh, so everybody that drives an electric vehicle, they didn't get any savings from Trump.
Not immediately, but they will.
You're wrong.
They will. No,
excuse
me. Hey, listen, Dr. Detroit here. Excuse me.
Listen, little boy.
What are you into? Are you one of those guys? Are you one of those guys that are into domination and stuff? You're talking to me like some kind of dominatrix.
No, I'm talking like you're a retard that you are.
What? If you drive an electric vehicle, if you drive an electric vehicle, you will eventually you will save money. Absolutely. They use fuel to make the electricity. Yeah, gas. Everybody saves on gas prices because it will lower the cost of everything in the stores. Trickle down economics.
The prices in the stores are consumer prices, and
Eggs are down. Eggs are down almost 20% in the last couple of weeks.
And they are coming with electric. They are coming with the electric semis. They do have electric semis.
Egg prices are already down almost 20% in the last couple of weeks.
Egg prices were because of the bird flu, you moron. God.
Well, they're down. They're coming. That's not what you liberals were saying a couple of weeks ago. You were blaming Trump. Hey, listen, I appreciate the call. Oh, my goodness. Henry was talking to me? Didn't that sound strange? You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bob from Jupiter.
Hey, Bob, speak up.
Hey, great. Thanks for taking my call. Hey, that guy that just called from Detroit.
Yes.
Have you ever seen that picture of Berlin after World War II? And
yes.
what Detroit looked like after World War II?
Yes.
And then you see the 50-year anniversary.
Yeah.
What Detroit looks like now with a dump.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. That's where he's calling from right there. Real quick, I used to work on K Street in D.C.
That's where the lobbyists are, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. So I would have to go up there for periods and be in a hotel there. And I remember people telling me in the hotel, don't go out at night. Don't go out. Tonight's not a good night to go out. And I'm not being from there. I'm like, well, what do you mean? I'm a young guy. I can handle myself. No, don't go out. Don't go out. It's getting dark. And what it was is there's so many bums and street urchins in D.C. in that area. And I figured it out after a while. This is a group that they're like drug-dependent losers who hang out and do drugs all day, and there's thousands of them.
Yeah.
And that's what the Democrats use. Every time there's some kind of any kind of event, what they do is they go in there and they give them T-shirts and candy or whatever they do, and they push them all out there. So that's what you see. They're all bought and paid for. They give them hand them signs. And do any kind
well, remember when Obama announced Obamacare and they put those people on the stage behind him in chef's jackets and tried to pass them off as lab coats for doctors? Remember that?
And they're all bought and paid for.
Yeah, look that up, guys. That's a true story in the Rose Garden. A true story with Obama. I'm not kidding.
It's so pathetic because they take the monuments in Washington, and anybody who's been up there for any time, there's so many homeless. They live under the monuments.
It smells like urine. It smells like urine up there.
Oh, the whole place is horrible. There's one monument where there's, and I should know, but it's one of our founding fathers on a giant horse, and there was this family of drug addicts living under the horse. And it's the most pathetic sight as you see. And anybody who visits D.C., especially as a foreigner, to go into D.C. and see our nation's capital.
It's an embarrassment.
Bums and parasites.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It's an embarrassment.
I just thought I'd throw that in there. But the guy from Detroit, take a look at where I've been to Detroit many times. Take a look at what's going on over there, buddy. I mean, I don't know where.
Here he is. He was a little out of control, so I don't know, but. Here he is in Detroit. It's a city that's been devastated by the electric vehicle, and he's a champion of the electric vehicle in the city that was destroyed by them. I mean, and Democrats. But don't
anybody who it's a famous picture, it's like a 50-year anniversary of World War II. What Detroit used to look like. What a
I've seen that. Yeah. A friend of mine. I appreciate the call. A friend of mine hosts a radio show, a morning show in Detroit. And because they're an hour behind us, and he used to have me on as a guest to talk about politics every once in a while. It's a morning zoo show. It's not a political show. It's an FM rock and roll station. and the program director banned me because I'm conservative, because I'm MAGA. Couldn't have me on the air. I want to tell you guys, yesterday I did a YouTube live stream late in the morning yesterday in my car. I was driving around, and a lot of times when you guys see me on YouTube, I'm wearing my MAGA hat. I did a live stream without my MAGA hat so people could see my face, which is kind of hidden by my cap so much. And I wanted people to see how I look with having lost over 25 pounds in less than a month with Coastal Weight Loss Secret. And people saw my face, no sunglasses, no hat, just driving around with the sunroof. And people were telling me how great I look. And you know what? Some people commented on it. And I've heard from people throughout the day on this, because people watch afterwards. This was a YouTube video. How my skin has a glow to it because I'm healthier now, and my skin just looks so great, and how much weight I've lost and how much thinner my face is. It's amazing. And what's amazing about this, I lost all this weight eating foods I like, not starving myself and going hungry, and doing zero exercise. I don't do any exercise. That's it. I walk to the car and back. That's it. And run my mouth. That's it. And it's absolutely amazing. So listen, I'm going to give you the number to Coastal Weight Loss Secret. Go meet Dr. Zuckerman. And, I wanted to lose 25 pounds, and I did it in less than a month. But if you want to lose 50 pounds, even more, give them a call, all right? When you call, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the True Oldies channel. Here's the number, 561-247-6300. 561-247-6300. That's 561-247-6300. And online, coastalweightlosssecret.com. All right, 2 hours down, 1 to go. If you're on hold, stand by. It is open phones every Friday. We call it Open MAGA Mic Friday. The show prep is up to you and the listening audience on Friday's show. You can call in about any and everything on your mind. You don't have to talk about what Steve and I bring up at all. Our number is toll-free from anywhere, 888-465-2631. We'll be back right after this. You there? Hey, hold on. Let me put you on hold. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. You there? You there? Yeah, okay. We got 3 minutes. Hold on. I'm going to put you on hold. Hold 1 second. Okay. You there, Steve?
I'm here.
Okay. We got less than 3 minutes. Oh, boy. 2.5 minutes. We'll be back. I'll keep you on till we're back. There's only one opening on the board. Oh, no, just got it. We'll be back in 2 minutes. They had to adjust the time. 2 minutes, we'll be back. Hold on, everybody can hear you on YouTube, guys, just so you know. "90 seconds. You there, Steve?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, 90 seconds. Had some weirdo callers today. All right. 1 minute. Welcome back, everyone. The third hour has begun. I'm Brian Craig. Steve Kane, of course, is here. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. There's only one opening on the board. Steve, oh my goodness, there's been some really Trump derangement syndrome sufferers calling the program today. Oh my goodness.
So what's new?
No, not like this. They're really triggered. Let me do a recap of what, it's amazing what triggers these people. This has been a level of hostility that we've not experienced in quite some time. Okay.
Well, it's a tough time for them.
This morning, before the show every morning, I do a YouTube live stream at like 4:35 in the morning, and kind of like giving a little preview to people what we're going to be doing on the radio that day. And today I did this. It was about 4:45, 5 a.m. And I'm doing this live stream on YouTube in my car, in my driveway, and I'm driving to get coffee, and I drive by the gas station in my neighborhood, and gas prices, the gas is $2.59 a gallon, which is a massive, massive drop in gas prices. In fact, that's the price gas was per gallon in my neighborhood on Trump's last day of his first term. So it's another promise made that's been kept by President Trump.
Gas is down in eggs.
Eggs are down almost 20%, and the gas price being at $2.59 a gallon. Steve, if you adjust that for inflation, that's like $2 a gallon from 4 years ago. And the fact that gas prices have dropped to a level they were on his last day of his first term has triggered these people in the audience. They're very upset about this. And they drive cars too. They should be happy. I don't get it, but that's,
Well, it is worse than that. They're going to lose this. Schumer looks like a fool because he's voting in favor of a bill that he doesn't like. That was a big victory for Trump yesterday.
Yeah, it sure was.
And it's bleak for them. These are hard times.
Yes, our Palestinian, Chuck Schumer.
Have a little compassion.
But because of the gas prices are something to really be excited about. I mean, that's huge. I mean, that's amazing. And he hasn't even gotten started on his oil plans yet, and this has happened.
Well, why is that? I want to ask you something about that. Well, I was wondering, that was one of the biggest promises he made about drill, baby, drill. Why is that taking so long? He's done.
No, they're actually no. He was talking. They've started. He's already given the orders. They're starting the pipeline. They're doing everything. The contracts, everything.
But he rarely talks about drill, baby, drill.
Well, that's why it takes time. He gave the orders. He gave the authorizations, and it's happening. But and we're seeing it now. Oil is like $60 some a barrel now. A huge drop. My gas price is what it was in Trump's first term now. So it's all dropping. And that's amazing. And they
see the writing on the wall.
Now, these leftists yesterday that attacked the president's home in New York, I haven't even mentioned that today, but You know, they're saying that these were Jews that attacked Trump Tower yesterday.
Oh no, that's a phony.
How do you know they're Jews? Because they hold up signs that say so?
They're not Jews. They're not Jews. They're all Soros organizations, and they're masquerading as
Jews.
As Jews, but they're not. They're Jewish at all. It's basically Soros organizations.
Yeah, and Muslims, and you know, they just don't have the burqas on. They arrested an actress. Did you see this? Did you see the?
I didn't see that.
Deborah Winger was there. She got arrested.
Oh, I know Deborah Winger. She's good. She was in that Ku Klux Klan movie that I like so much.
Betrayed.
Well, you know.
Betrayed.
What's the name of it?
Betrayed.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Movie.
1986, 1987. Yeah, she used to be, and
movie.
No one even knew who she was when she was there. They didn't even know who Deborah Winger. They don't even know who Deborah Winger is if you tell them. That's Deborah Winger. Who? But you know, though, if they were Jews, it shares how the Holocaust happened, because you got these useful idiots. But I wouldn't accept that they were Jews. There may have been some there. Just because they say they're Jews doesn't mean they are Jews. And
it's not. I mean, it's public knowledge. It's all over Fox.
Yeah.
They're identified as Soros surrogates.
Exactly. But that, you know, I don't think they realized what they were doing. They were on 2 floors of Trump Tower. The president lives in Mar-a-Lago in the White House primarily, but Trump Tower is also his home. And they invaded the home of the sitting president of the United States. And that's not going to be allowed to fly, because if President Trump doesn't clamp down on that, that's going to be a regular occurrence. So they're going to
clamp down, all right.
Well, they're going to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And I'm not talking about what Bragg does with them. Okay, catch and release. You know, you can burn down Christmas trees and you're out before they put the fire out. You know, they're going to go after them federally. He's got to.
Absolutely.
So, you know, forget about Bragg. But, you know, that's unheard of. I mean, that's like breaking into Mar-a-Lago, what they did yesterday. It's outrageous, the nerve of them. And to do it for this terrorist, Mahmoud, that's the other thing. I mean, are you kidding me? And it really shows you, you know, these Islamic activists in New York City, they don't understand. But, you know, Trump has broken Columbia University. You know, Trump cut off $400 million. That's almost $500 million for you liberals out there. $400 million in funding to Columbia the other day, right? Did you see that in the news?
Yes.
Okay. Well. Not only did he do that, they're cooperating. I was reading a story this morning that federal agents raided some dorm rooms at Columbia, and administration helped them do it. So the administration of Columbia has been broken because all they care about is the Benjamins. And when Trump cut off that $400 million, they're no longer social justice warriors, not the people that run Columbia. You know. So, but I'll tell you this: these people that invaded Trump Tower, they were on 2 floors of Trump Tower. That is incredibly dangerous and insane what they did. And I'm really expecting some federal arrest out of that. And I hope so. They arrested, they say 98. I don't know what their current status is, but because they were arrested and booked, it won't be too difficult for Kash Patel or whatever agency is in charge of that to handle it. And any of them that are not U.S. citizens should be deported. I mean, if you're...
They're doing it now as we speak.
I hope so.
It's happening. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
That's the difference between this administration and Biden.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he's serious about it. They're very activist.
Yeah.
Very activist.
Yeah. All right, you want to take some calls? There's only one opening.
Sure.
All right, let's go. Let's take some. Only one opening on the board. Now, remember, it is Friday. It's open phones, open Mega Mike Friday. Let's go. You're on the air. What's your name?
Does that mean I can talk about my dog who's having epileptic fits?
I just don't think you should be a dog owner, Steve. Your dogs, you know, they're always dying on you.
Well, it's a little late for that. I've got my favorite animal ever, and he's just started to have these terrible, I guess, epileptic fits.
Oh, my goodness.
And I just don't know if they can have medication. I know they have medication for people. It's
don't make the dog suffer, Steve.
No, but I'm going to try to do what I can to
save him if I can. I'm very connected to this dog.
Yeah.
You know how that is. I know.
I don't have dogs anymore because of it. My last dog just died, 17-ish, 17 or 18. I forgot how old she was. No more dogs for me. It's too tough. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, hi, it's George from Albany, New York.
Hey, George.
Hey, George.
Hi. Listen, I wanted to get back to what you were saying about Charlie Kirk and Steve Bannon. I agree with you 100%. There's no way they should have gone on Gavin Newsom's podcast and given him an opening to slither into common sense and the right way to proceed. He's a liar. He's just fronting himself to endear himself to people who are more moderate in that party. They should have never done that. He is what he is. He's proven what he is. He's a left-wing nut. He's basically a nut. He's an arrogant SOB, too.
But did you watch any of those interviews?
No, I'm not going to watch it because I can't watch him.
You know, I would encourage people to watch them because it's frightening what a brilliant, I guess because he's psychotic, he's a brilliant manipulator. I've known a lot of manipulators in my life, but he manipulated 3 smart men, Charlie Kirk, Michael Savage, and Steve Bannon, and they don't even know they've been manipulated. He has superhuman abilities when it comes to manipulating people.
You gotta realize he's a liar. You look at his past positions. You gotta realize that. You never trust anybody who's been so dogmatic on one side that will automatically kind of slide over and take your opinion of something different on the opposite side. No, you can't. You can never trust somebody like that.
Well, let me tell you, I have gotten so much negative feedback from listeners that I dare criticize Charlie and Steve and Savage, but they don't. They just got. We all get ripped off from time to time in con. They got conned by a great con man.
There's the thing that scares me. Those people who are criticizing you are the same kind of people who would listen to this new scum. And they will say,
a lady called me up an hour ago. Said she resents me.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, what the heck? I mean, come on. That's a strong word.
There's kind of people, unfortunately, and it's sad, that will be taken over eventually by this guy and start believing him.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you gotta.
Michael Savage and these other hosts. If Newsom looked good, it's their fault. They didn't. There's so much material you have on Newsom that if he was being interviewed, you got enough material to.
Exactly. These guys are seasoned. These folks are well seasoned. They're educated. They're sharp guys. I don't understand why they would even bother with that guy and say, "Look, I know you're lying, Newsom. I know you're lying right here."
If you're going to take on Newsom, you gotta go in prepared. You have to have. Every show has producers that are supposed to give basic research to the host, whatever it is. What I used to do with Pine. I'd do research for them. I'd talk to the guests before they came on. I'd get them to relax and get them to say stupid things.
Well, they were guests on his show. They were guests on his show. He wasn't guesting on their podcast. They were guests on his show.
Brian, you're going to tell me if that had been you couldn't have handled it?
No, I could have. Yeah, and I wouldn't have to have 3 people prepping me. I could just do it off the top of my head.
You would have handled it very well. You would have stopped him.
Well,
said, look,
that's the other day. I was telling Steve last night. It sounded like I was tooting our own horn, and I was, but I was talking about how these other talkers around, they don't understand. They've not been trained in the art of talk and debate. They're just conservative activists who just say things. They don't have the skill set to go up against a lunatic like that. And as an example, I give you something I did today on the show. It seems simple to you guys, but when artists do great things, it seems easy, right? When a guy called me up and wanted me to comment on Trump shutting down the Consumer Protection Agency. A guy called me up in the last hour, a liberal. What are your thoughts on Trump shutting down the Consumer Protection Agency? And what I said to him was, Well, tell me the last thing that the Consumer Protection Agency has protected me as a consumer from. And did you hear how deranged he got? He started barking at me and trying to change the subject and everything else. That's
because you know what you're doing.
Well, I learned from the best, Steve. I learned from the best.
You learn, and I learned from the best, and I passed what I learned on to you.
But that's
a lot of people that have that skill.
That's an example of what I'm talking about when I toot our own horn, and those guys don't have it. Now I'll tell you who does. There's I just forgot his name. Gosh darn it! Who's that brilliant guy that works with Trump? He's a young guy and he's bald, and he's so good. Stephen Miller. Okay, Stephen Miller has
Miller's great.
Stephen Miller has the gift, has the talent that I'm describing. You know, I give an example. I saw a clip of Stephen Miller talking about. He was being questioned by Jim Acosta about what it says on the Statue of Liberty. Give us your tired, give us your poor, and all this stuff. He asked Stephen Gardner how what the Statue of Liberty says, how that conflicts with Trump's immigration policy, and Stephen he gave a great explanation on, and I didn't even know this. That was etched on the Statue of Liberty not when it was built, later after it was in place in New York. Somebody put that on there. That's not even what the Statue of Liberty was made for. And you should see Acosta. He's like, oh, what? He was like that guy I was talking to about the Consumer Protection Agency who couldn't name anything that they protected consumers from. He got deranged. And those guys with Newsom, they just don't have the skill set. You know, Stephen Miller would destroy him.
He would actually make him look like what he really is, and that's the most important thing. Quickly, I'm not going to hold you up. Lindy Lee, I don't know if you've heard of her.
Who?
She's the girl that used to be Harris's campaign fund manager.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Now she's going over to the right because. What do you think of her? I mean,
are you talking about the Asian girl?
Yes.
I say don't trust her. She's a liberal who's she's a grifter. She's making there's a lot of these this guy Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks is another one. There's a lot of these Democrats that are acting like they're red pilled and they're liars.
I wouldn't trust her at all. I wouldn't trust any of them. You're right.
And she appreciate the call.
You're way past your break.
I know. That's the one thing you haven't been able to teach me to do right is take the breaks on time.
That's exactly right. We'll be back right after these words.
All right, Steve, you there?
Yes.
All right, I got 1 minute.
Can you hear me?
Yep. So can everybody else, remember. So I always got to warn you guys. You can't hear all our private conversations. 30 seconds. Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is here. You back with us, Steve?
I certainly hope so.
Yes, you are. Oh, man.
Okay,
Just
excited. Can I change the subject?
It's the Steve Kane
I
Show.
guess I
You can
can.
do whatever you
It's
want.
on Friday,
yeah,
right?
that's right.
I want to talk a little bit about what I think is the big story that I don't think we've given enough attention to, and that is the upcoming peace treaty with the Russians.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have all the faith in the world in Don, but I don't think he's got a lot of leverage here. It's hard to imagine a scenario where he can accomplish what he's trying to accomplish. And I want to know if I'm being. I mean, and that's all in due respect to Don's brilliance, but he like with the last negotiation, he had all the cards. They couldn't fight without him. They needed him. The people that he was negotiating with, but Putin doesn't need him for anything.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree with you. There's a big embargo on everything financial from Russia right now, and the president was talking he does so many of these White House press conferences when he's meeting with people. I don't remember which one this was, but a reporter asked him about what you just said within the last couple days, and he said they got a lot of. He even used the word leverage. There's a lot of financial leverage they have against him still. That all these embargoes and things they've been doing are just a tiny little thing. That there's massive things they can do to collapse the entire economy of Russia if he doesn't cooperate. So he's got lots of leverage.
Well, I must tell you, I watched Night and Day, and I haven't seen anything specific along those lines. I mean, I do know that that's what we're going to try to do, but I don't see what. They don't depend on us as much as.
No, you think that, but they do. They can't sell. They're a big oil economy, and he can shut down their entire, almost completely shut down their export oil business. He talked about this, and they've not done that. Yeah, so he could definitely do that. You know, Western Europe is still buying oil and natural gas from Russia, and that's what's funding Russia right now, and Trump can shut that all down. And he could, and he may do it. He may do it just
From
to.
what I've seen, I haven't seen evidence of it, but I'll take your word.
Now, you know, I
certainly hope you're right.
Oh yeah, I'm right. You know, I want to tell people about the free doorbell camera offer from Sloman. You know, the thing about the doorbell camera, it's obviously a part of the security system, no doubt about it. But people don't try to break into my house every day. Right? So what I use it for mostly is I got the DoorDash, I got the Instacart, right? The Uber Eats. You know, those people, they come to the house, the Amazon guys delivering packages. I get a notification every time they pull up to the house. And I can see who's there. Is it my food? Is it a package? Or I can avoid the door-to-door salesman. I remember, Steve, many years ago, when I first met you, you had this thing. Remember that? I'm sure it may still be on your door unless you've gotten a new door. Remember that humongous peephole you used to have that was like 2 inches wide?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still had to get up and walk to the door to look out. With the doorbell camera from Sloman's, no matter where you are in the world, it can be on the toilet or it can be on our cruise, you can see who's at your door without going to the door. It's really nice. You know, I'm in the backyard, I'm on my back porch, I'm in bed. I see who's at the door and I either answer it or I don't. I don't have to get up and look at a peephole. I don't even have a peephole on my new door because I don't need it. You got the doorbell camera. And you can get a free doorbell camera that connects directly to your smartphone, too, with the installation of your Sloman Shield. Slomans, they're also going to give you a free customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. You get an LED touchscreen, a motion detector, 10 contacts for your doors and windows, a lifetime warranty, plus a backup battery, and you'll receive a free doorbell camera with the installation of your Sloman Shield. Give them a call no matter where you're located. 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME. 1-800-ALARM-ME. All right. Steve was right. I went way long on that last segment, right? I went past the break. So this is a short segment. We're going to take a break and come back with your calls after this. Steve, you there?
I am here.
All right, we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. All right. All right, 1 minute. All right, 30 seconds. You there, Steve?
Yes.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. Steve's joining us, of course, and it's open phones on Friday, open MAGA Mike Friday. Any and everything on your mind is fair game on Friday's show. The show prep's up to you guys. You don't have to talk about anything Steve and I bring up. Although I think we brought up some good stuff, and I'd like to hear your thoughts. You want to take some more calls? What do you want to do?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Well, I'm trying to take these in the order they were received. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, it's IB and Broward.
Hey, IB, speak up.
Man.
IB, what's happening?
Hey, Uncle Steve, good morning. How you feeling?
Good.
Oh, I know what it is. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
I would love to see you. I would love to see you have your wish to be on Barry Cunningham. You should tag him on X and have his daughter Ashley. She sets up the appointments. Give you a shout, and you guys can kind of work it out.
Nice.
And he was trying to plan this. He was also trying to plan this party like the way you guys do at Wings Plus. But he just needs enough people to want to do it, and he was going to pay for everything. So I would love to see you and him do an interview, because he does interviews with really high end people too, and you should be in a
Well, I'm a
category.
high end guy, so there you go. Yeah.
That's right. Hey, Democrats, egg prices is down 30%. Okay, that's in the core. That's with the core inflation. That's a 4-year low. So inflation dropped 2.8 just for the index. So we're doing pretty good. Oil is down to around $67 a barrel. Biden screwed up your lives for 208 weeks. Trump turned it around in 50 days. Go figure. With the right people in position, our lives are going to get better. And the taxes, the no tax on the tips are not even in effect. On Tuesday, Brian, you played the lady from the school complaining about kids not going to get what they need in school and so forth. Where does $600 billion go a year to the school boards? On what? When Louise talked about people outside of Publix hustling, that's a yearly thing where the kids go out there and they try to make the little extra money to go on the field trip or whatever, the football, the baseball, the basketball, whatever it is, and they do that honestly. All of them aren't grifters out there. So we have to ask ourselves. Even you had a show about the teachers having to buy supplies for their own students, so the teachers were going in pocket. So it's good that we give them no more funding and let the education go back to the state, and the state have to make their own money.
The thing about the Department of Education, what they use it for is to spread their crap, right? DEI, critical race theory, all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
And do away. When we were Steve, when you were, it's hard to ask you because you went to that fancy high school that President Kennedy went to, but when ethical culture, which is a classical education. I just went to Stranahan High School in Fort Lauderdale in the '80s, but we read great American books and plays. We read Arthur Miller. We read Profiles in Courage. And these great American books, we read, Eugene
O'Neill.
Yeah.
All the great playwrights.
Yeah, and what they
don't do any of that.
What the Department of Education has done, what the Department of Education has done, now they read, Toni Morrison, Maya Angelou, Conde, How to Be an Anti-Racist, and that's what they use the Department of Ed for.
I remember the days.
Excuse me, Ivy. Excuse me. Thank you for your call. By the way.
Okay, that's my cue to hang up on him.
What I'm saying is that not only it's not just that they don't teach the right things, they don't teach them how to read or write anymore. Half these kids graduate from high school and they can't read. They don't know how to read.
Well,
what kind of education are they getting?
What they've done is, this radicalism you see at Columbia, that used to happen when kids went to college. They started doing that in elementary, middle, and high school through the Department of Education. That's it, and it's a sad thing. Hold on, Steve. We've got every line on the board. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I got you. All right, Steve, do I got you? Oh, hold on. You with us, Steve? I lost Steve again. I can't believe I lost Steve again. I'll try Steve one more time. All right, Steve, are you there? You with us, Steve? No, I lost Steve. I'm going to put Steve on hold. We're coming up on the gold report. I don't know what happened with Steve. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jerry, your favorite Canadian caller, just mentioning your gas prices. It's 99 cents a liter here in Canada. The last time we had that was when Mr. Trump was president.
99 cents a liter? How many liters are in a gallon?
I realize that. That's what it converts over to.
How many liters are in a gallon? I don't remember.
4.54 liters in a gallon.
Oh, so that's over $4 a gallon? Oh, my goodness. You're getting ripped off.
Oh, big time here. BC is absolutely terrible for that. But when it comes to politics, our flying guy from Ontario just bit the dust and sort of said, hey, look, we're having a good meeting. And it looks like we might have something productive coming out of Washington.
Yeah, I saw that.
So,
I saw that. You're Canada's own Christy Ford. I saw him yesterday. Yes, praising the Trump administration.
I don't know which one's bigger, but I think they're both pretty big fools.
Yes.
You know, anyway, they like their food. And
by the way, what the caller said was it's not 99 cents a gallon, it's 99 cents a liter, and that's, you know, so don't get excited that gas is 99 cents a gallon in Canada. 99 cents a liter, which is over $4 a gallon. All right, appreciate the call, all right? You take care. All right, let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Steve from Brooklyn.
Hey, Steve.
I was watching Gutfeld yesterday, and Tyrus sort of deciphered Newsom's hand movements. I don't know if any of you callers watched it, but he deciphered it as if he was speaking to a deaf prostitute with his hands.
What? Start over again? I missed that. Wait a minute. Start over. I missed that. Who was talking to a deaf prostitute?
Newsom.
Newsom interviewed a deaf prostitute?
And he was using his hand movements when he was doing his interview.
What?
And it was as if he was using his hands as if he was trying to speak to a deaf prostitute. It was hysterical. If any of you callers watched it, please let them.
I'm going to look that up. I tell you. Maybe I should stop. I'm giving Gavin Newsom too much publicity for his podcast. Maybe I should stop doing it.
Sleaze, that's all he is. He's no good. I cannot believe some of your callers.
I know. All right, take care. Appreciate the call. All right, okay. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, buddy, Miles, Tennessee. How you doing?
Okay.
Hey, so the gas prices is...
Can you stop? Hey, listen. Can you stop with the cosplay? Can you do your real voice so I can understand what you're trying to be funny with?
Let's see.
Stop the fake voice. Use your real voice so I can understand what you're trying to make us laugh about.
Yeah. So the
no, you're still doing okay. You're still doing the fake voice. All right, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air.
Yeah, let me turn you off on my other
Oh
phone.
yes, sure.
I listen to you two ways. Yeah. Jay from Jersey. It's Friday. This is what I want. I want to speak to Steve.
Well, I lost Steve. I'm going to call him back during. You know what? I'll put you on hold.
No, never mind.
I'm going to put you on hold. You want to talk to? I'll get Steve after the break. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Louise, the mask lady in Boca.
Hey.
Hi. I just wanted to refer to that fellow. I came in at the tail end. I was in the other room. I wasn't talking about the Department of Education. I was talking about where is our lottery money and our property tax money going.
Yes.
If it's not funding these kids.
Those are good questions. Yes.
That's what I was asking, not the Department of Education.
Okay.
No, I'm all for whatever Trump is doing.
Okay, me too. We all are. Hey, Louise, I appreciate the call. Listen, if you're on hold, hang in there. We're going to take our last break of the day, and I'll get Steve back during the break. We'll have the gold report, and then we'll do our last segment with the calls, and it is open phones today. Any and everything on your mind's fair game. 888-465-2631. We'll be right back. Hey there. Hold on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. It is time to check in with William Youngerman from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated with the Morning Gold and Precious Metals Report. William Youngerman, how the metals looking?
The metals are looking amazing, Brian. $3,000 gold. How's that sound?
No way.
Yeah.
No. Come on.
Yesterday we saw gold trade in a range of $2,934 all the way up to $2,990 and closing out the day at the highs, near the highs of the day at $2,988.60. That was up $55. Silver gaining 67 cents yesterday, closing out the day at $33.86. Platinum was up $11 at $9.95. And palladium was up $14 at $951. But the big news is last night, and we've seen gold trade over $300 an ounce, high of $3,005 an ounce for gold. Right now we're at $2,999 the ounce, up $10.40. Silver's $34 at up 14 cents. Platinum is unchanged at $9.95. And palladium is up $7 at $9.58. So exciting times in the precious metals. We've actually got that $3,000 number that we talked about earlier this year that I thought we would definitely hit. So
that's amazing.
We're heading higher.
That's amazing. And I point this. This is amazing. I remember when we hit 1,000 and we were doing balloon drops. Oh man. Now, I want to. Can you tell people? I'm in shock. I know you predicted this months ago. You were telling us months ago. Tell people how they can do their transactions with you over the phone and through the mail, and how that works.
Sure, it's very easy to do business with us. You just pick up the phone, call. You can lock in a price, wire the funds, and the coins will be, or the gold or silver, whatever you're ordering, will be shipped immediately to you. Or you can come in, lock in the price on the spot immediately. Or you can call and lock in the price and bring us a cashier's check or wire, or if you're a Bank of America customer, we simply transfer it from your account to ours. Very easy to do business, and whether you're buying or selling, it's just that easy.
Yeah, and I'll tell you guys, with as opposed to these things you see on TV and online, with William Youngerman, you get more of the metals for your money. But William, when people call these other places, they're really calling telemarketers. And who knows what happens with their information. With you, everything's confidential. Nothing's ever shared. You don't get calls from salespeople trying to sell you things. And you get incredible deals on all the metals. All right, so give William... Oh, man, I'm so excited. William Youngerman opens up at 10 a.m. Give him a call, 1-800-327-5010. 1-800-327-5010. 5010. His address, 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca, on the first floor of the Bank of America building, just east of US 1 Federal Highway, on the south side of Palmetto Park Road. And you can find both his phone number and his address on his website, WilliamYoungerman.com. That's WilliamYoungerman.com. All right, well, you're going to have a busy day today, William Youngerman, with these prices.
Yes, indeed.
All right, take it. We'll talk next week. Oh, man. Yeah, he can't wait to get off the phone because customers are coming in. All right, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Brian. Good morning, Tom, Florida. How are you today? Is Steve on the phone? Or
no, I lost Steve. We're going to have him back on Monday.
Yeah, it's very weird. When Steve has a rebuttal or something to say against you, you lose him. That's weird.
Yeah, I know. You thinking I'm hanging up on him? Are you kidding me?
No, I don't think you're hanging up on
See,
Steve.
you know what they do. This is slow down, Tom. Slow down. What Tom is. I'm talking to the audience, not you. And if you keep interrupting, I won't be talking to you either at all. What Tom is trying to do to me and Steve is what the press and the Never Trumpers are trying to do with President Trump and Elon. Right? Cause a division.
You and Steve have such a bond that's impossible.
Yeah.
You guys are friends.
So what's on your tiny little mind?
Psychological stuff. Brian,
What's on your tiny little mind today?
Okay, well, my tiny little mind is basically thinking about the huge drop in the stock market and it's going to continue. So.
Oh, okay. So slow down. I want to hold on. So you're concerned about the drop in the stock market. Which one of your stocks lost money? Which one of your stocks lost money yesterday?
There's a couple.
Tell me one of them.
And
tell me which one of your stocks lost money yesterday.
Well, geez, Apple lost money yesterday.
Oh, you own Apple?
Yeah.
Okay. What did it open yesterday, and what's it at now?
Oh God, it's at less than 210.
No. What was it at the open, and what is it today? What'd you pay for it?
The opening.
What did you pay for it?
I bought it at. Brian, calm down, and I'll tell you, little man.
Oh, hear the Googling going on. How much did you pay for it?
Hold down. I'm not Googling, Brian.
Yeah, I appreciate the call. You're not giving me any answers either. Oh my goodness. Doesn't know what he paid for it. You're on the air.
Okay.
You're on the air.
Good morning. Yeah, Never Trumper Steve here in beautiful Palm City. I'm sorry we lost Steve, but that's okay. I wanted to go over what we discussed on Monday. I paraphrased the Larry Kudlow interview with Musk, and that was a mistake. I should have had the exact quote, because then you disconnected my call, and after the commercial, you played the audio of the interview unrelated to what I was bringing up.
No, it was the part you were referencing, but whatever.
It was not, and then you badmouthed me saying he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
The area that I was talking about was when they got into Medicare and Social Security. And let me just say, your audience supports your advertisers. Your advertisers, in turn, supports your bank account. I would think you'd want to support your audience on this, because when Musk said, and I quote, and I could play the audio, which I have, but I'm sure you're not going to want that.
Play it.
But the actual
play the audio. Play the audio that you have.
Let me
play. You said you have the audio. Play the audio. Play the audio. I want to hear Elon.
Okay, hold on. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm going to do that if I can pull it up.
You said you had it. Oh my goodness.
I got it.
Let's hear it, Elon. That's dead air.
Well, for some reason, I'm not.
Oh, you told me you had it. You told me you had Elon saying something. Now you don't have it.
Relax. Stop with the coughing.
No, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Play it. You said you have Elon saying it.
Your audience can YouTube it.
No. You said you have it.
Federal spending is entitlement, so that's the big ones to eliminate.
Yes.
You want to privatize Medicare and Social Security.
Wait. I don't want to hear. I want to go to the primary source. Elon, you said you have the audio queued up. Play it. I'll wait.
Why don't you play that part of it? Because
I'm not the one that has it queued up. I'm not the one that has it queued up. You said you have the. I have the audio here, but you probably won't let me play it. I'm letting you play it. Pull it up.
Let me try to do it again. I'm not as good with my audio as you are.
That's okay. We'll wait. This is awesome. This is better than hearing you. I want to hear what Elon said.
It's the same. Give me a moment. Hopefully I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm having problems with
my
cell phone.
I know.
1 second.
Yeah, that's not the only problem you're having.
Give me a second here.
No, this is great. I want to hear Elon.
All right. For some reason I can't.
Oh, for some reason you can't. No. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to put you on hold, and you can go back and check. You're on the air. What's your name? Get it queued up while you're on hold. You're on the air. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm still Jay from Jersey.
Hey, Jay. All right, go ahead, Jay. I lost you. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Let me finish what I got to say. Well, this has to do with Elon Musk. Now, I'm trying to figure out how everybody don't seem to see this. Elon Musk stocks have dropped so much that Trump had to start trying to sell his cars in front of the White House like it was a car dealership. Number two, Elon Musk gave himself, now I don't remember the names of them because I know that's where you're going. He gave himself 3 government contracts. If I'm not mistaken.
He didn't give himself anything. No.
To do that.
He didn't give himself government. He did not give himself government contracts.
Google. he gave himself.
I don't need to Google. People don't. No.
One of them has to do with his SpaceX program.
Now the government has given. Excuse me. The government has given him contracts, but he doesn't give himself contracts.
No, there was government contracts out there, and he went and had.
He did not give himself any. Name a contract he gave himself. Name a contract he gave himself.
I just told you one of them has to do with SpaceX.
One of them. All right, give me a break. Okay, now I got to tell you guys about Coastal Weight Loss Secret. Now, I was talking about this earlier in the show. I did a live stream on YouTube yesterday, and most of the time you guys see me online, I have my Make America Great Again hat on, and I did a live stream without my hat on so you could see my face because I got the brim and it blocks my face a little bit. And people were commenting that are listeners to this program, not only could they see how much weight I've lost in my face, but they were noticing how my skin looks so much healthier and is glowing. It is. My skin's healthier. I'm healthier. I've lost over 25 pounds in less than a month, and I feel great. Now, I just wanted to lose 25 pounds, but if you want to lose 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, you can call Coastal Weight Loss Secret too. Okay, when you call, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the True Oldies channel. Here's the number, 561-247-6300. 561-247-6300. That's 561-247-6300. And online, coastalweightlossecret.com. Okay, now I've lost track of the calls. Let me see, did Never Trumper Steve hang in there? Is this Never Trumper Steve?
It is.
All right, did you have the Elon audio queued up now?
For some reason, while I'm on the phone, the audio doesn't have the.
Oh my
the video
goodness.
Doesn't have the audio.
Okay.
But that's okay. We can go over what you played. Forget about what I played is accurate. Your audience.
But you can't. But all of a sudden, you don't have it.
You brought up the over 160 aged people that are getting paid checks on Social Security, instead of what I was bringing up, and that is that he wants to eliminate Medicare and Social Security altogether. Your audience should realize if they had one person who was dead at 160 getting payments, that they would have provided that to the media who would trace the whole thing. The reason that is bogus, and it's bogus because the death date, if it's not filled in by the Social Security, they default back to a date that goes back 160 years, which no one gets a check for. But what Musk is trying to do is to privatize these agencies, to give these agencies over to their rich buddies.
Okay, slow down. Slow down. On Monday, get the audio queued up on your computer and call me. And you can play it on the air Monday. No matter what we're talking about, it'll be open phones for you to play the Elon audio where he wants to shut down. What did you say? What programs does he want to shut down?
The quote here, here is the quote. Most of the federal spending is entitlements. So that's the big ones to eliminate.
Okay. So the eliminate waste in. So you call in on Monday with the audio queued up on your computer or tablet of him wanting to end Medicaid, Social Security, all that stuff, and you can play it. It'll be open phones for you to play that audio on Monday.
Yes, but what he first wants.
No. That's what you'll do, and then we'll talk about it. Well, that's all the time we have for today. If you're on hold, hang in there. We'll be back Monday morning at 6 a.m. And if you're on hold, you'll be first in line. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. On the radio since 1977, celebrating 48 years on the radio. My name is Brian Craig. Steve, of course, was here. We'll see you Monday morning at 6 a.m. By the way, those of you that are going on our cruise, if you have not checked in, please call Ian and do that today. It'll save you so much time when you get to the port. Call Ian, check in if you're one of our cruisers. All right, everyone, you all have a great weekend. Gas is cheap. I'm Brian Craig. This is The Steve Kane Show. We'll see you Monday morning at 6 a.m. All right, guys.